this is my Chaos Demons army. This is at 1850. I'm running the Murder Horde with the Demonic Incursion using the Murder Horde and a squad of Furies in the back, and then I'm running an allied detachment of Renegade Knights. So I have 8 squads of Corn Dogs, 3 squads of 10, and 5 squads of 5. At the back over here, I've got my Herald, who has the icon, the Exalted Locus of Wrath, the Crimson Crown, a Greater Ether Blade, because I've given him a greater reward, and I'm going to just drop it for the Greater Ether Blade to give him an AP2 weapon. In the back are these Furies that I'm running, and both knights are armed exactly as you see, which is with the Avenger Assault Cannon and the Chainsword.
Alright, here we have 1,850 points of Necrons led by a Lord with the War Scythe, the Orb of Eternity, and the Resurrection Orb. For troop choices, we have 3 units of 10 Immortals. They're all going to be in a dedicated transports of Night Sights. The fast attack slots will be a unit of Wraiths, 2 units of Wraiths, and 1 unit of Scarabs. For heavy support, we have 2 heavy destroyer units and 1 2-man unit of Spiders. And that is 1,850 points of Necrons.
That's gonna be smashed by demons!
Alright guys, this is the deployment. On one side we have the Chaos. Nick has them all lined up however he wants them. You can explain if you like.
Yeah, so I let Ricky go first, so he deployed first and he's going to be going first. So I can still attempt to seize. However, we placed 4 objectives over here because I was evil. And there's 1 objective on the far end of the table. But I'm hoping that he pulls over here and gets into my kind of fight. So we got 4 objectives that he has to get through that I'm going to be on top of.
That's right. And I got my Wraiths over here layered. And I got all my shooter guys back in the back. Everything else for me is in reserve. You don't have any reserves, right?
No reserves, no.
Alright, so let's try to seize the initiative.
Nope.
It is a 5. Alright. It'll be Necrons, turn 1. Movement phase for the Necrons. The Wraiths moved up just a little bit, trying to prepare for this
They're scared.
this charge that is soon going to happen, because beast versus beast action is gonna definitely be a thing.
They're scared.
Over here, I rolled for the Spiders, and they both got 1s, and they both take a wound, and they don't make any Scarabs. Everything else pretty much stayed as they were, and that's it for Necron movement phase. Alright, in the shooting phase, these Wraiths ran, and then the 2 heavy destroyers took their 2 heavy gauss cannon shots. Hit 3, missed 1, wounded 1, wounded 2, 1 save.
1 5 save, man.
Yeah, and 1.
So 1 dog died.
1 puppy
dog
died.
exploded. Technically, you did 2 wounds, so.
Yeah, true. But yeah, it's time for these Chaos to take their turn.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. Chaos Dogs movement phase. I'm pushing up the flank over here. Well, I mean, there's not really a whole lot of strategy involved with Corn Dog. It's just how many dogs can you kill before I kill you? So, moving forward, Knights are moving. This Knight's going to try and move into the center and make a presence there. This Knight's going to move on the flank and, you know, make a presence off to the side. That's a threat that he'll have to deal with. Kind of trying to box in this center unit of Wraiths and make them come to me, and so I can fight them on my terms. Over here, gonna see if these guys can protect this Knight from getting charged, because I'd rather not deal with all 5 Wraiths charging 1 Knight and killing him. So we'll see what happens there. Alright, so for my shooting phase, didn't do a whole lot of damage. I rolled on my Warpstorm table Khorne's Wrath, and I managed to kill one heavy destroyer just by sheer blind luck. So that was fun. He needs to roll leadership, by the way.
Yep, gotcha.
These wraiths got shot at by both knights. Didn't really make much of a dent, so no big deal there. I pulled a cheese dick move because I knew he wanted to assault my knight, so I bubble wrapped him with some dogs in front. So if he wants to get them, he'll have to charge the dogs in addition, which won't be what he wants. So funny story.
Not actually what I want.
Other than that, not a whole lot. Ran, kind of getting ready for the big devastating charge and preparing for the Immortals to come in. So.
All right. All right, Necron movement phase. The heavy destroyers moved up a little bit to get on that objective. The spiders did not kill themselves this turn, and they added 2 more scarab bases, and they moved around up towards that small unit of dogs. The wraiths spread out on the front line of the dogs, and so did these wraiths. In reserve, which we should have did a reserve rule on camera, but whatever. One of the night sides came in, dropped off their immortals right next to this dog unit and the knight, and yeah, that'll be it for movement phase. Probably gonna charge the dogs and as many other units as possible and see what happens. In the shooting phase, the Night Scythe took its shots at the Harpies.
Yeah, no, Fury. Well, I mean, I like calling them Harpies because they make more sense as Harpies in my opinion because they're squishy.
Well, we took out a bunch of them, but we didn't clear out the unit.
No first blood.
No first blood.
Yes.
The Immortals took shots at the Knight, but the 2 wounds that were made were saved by its shield.
Yep.
The Wraiths don't shoot. The Scarabs don't shoot, but the Heavy Destroyers, there were 3 of them, and they took shots at that small dog unit, and 1 wound was saved.
So no effect.
Yep. And that's it for the shooting phase. We're going to go ahead and get into the assault phase, which is probably going to be a lot more fun.
My favorite phase.
In the assault phase, the Necron Wraiths moved up and they multi-charged this unit of 3 units of dogs.
3 units of dogs. 2 squads of 10, 1 squad of 5. And it backfired horribly. He killed 1 dog and wounded 1 more, and I dropped 3 Wraiths.
But I also have them locked in for another turn.
Right, so I can't do my willy-nilly movement.
That's right. Stay there, doggies.
Over here went much better for the Necrons.
Yes, it did, man.
Wiped out the 1 dog squad based off of demonic instability, and lost 3 dogs on demonic instability from the 2nd squad. So,
but what does suck is that I wasn't able to consolidate onto this unit like I wanted to. Yeah, it's okay. We'll see what happens next time.
We'll claim it's clever movement. Because I'm a genius. Yes.
Last but not least, the Scarabs went ahead and charged these dogs. They took 2 wounds. The dogs took none, but they're fearless.
They took 5.
Well, I mean, unsaved. 2 unsaved.
They take 5, man.
Oh, yeah.
You lost a whole base.
I lost a base, and then this guy's got 1 whole one.
Yep.
1 more left.
Yep.
But they're all fearless, so nobody cares. We're just going to hold on to these dogs as long as I can and see what happens.
Hope for the Immortals to come in more.
Yeah, for real, right? All right, man, that's the end of the assault phase.
Cool.
Let's move on to the chaos phase.
So, moving these guys around, trying to triple team the Immortals over here and knock them off the board as fast as possible to move on. The Immortal, everything else is locked in combat, so these are really the only things that can move. And then as a quick note, because of my demonic incursion rule, I control this objective. I control the objectives where this big, cluster is, and I control this objective as well. And hopefully at the end of the turn I'll have this last objective over here. So that'll give me 4 objectives controlled. Okay, so over here, hilarious round of shooting because the Avenger Cannon only hit 4 out of the 12 shots, and the Stubber hit 1 out of the 3. So, and then I happened to roll a 1 on the 2+ I needed for the Avenger Cannon to wound. However, I did get those 3 Avenger Cannon wounds to go through and kill him. In addition, I got a whole bunch of 6s from my Nurgle's Rot.
Yeah.
That I got, the Glorious Rot.
6 on this
from the
unit.
Warp Storm. So
6.
I killed 1 from that and 3 from the Avenger Cannon. And then got a lucky wound on the Heavy Avenger dude. Rolled 2 wounds on them as well, but rolled Snake Eyes on the wounds, so failed that one.
Sweet.
But that was my whole shooting, so I'm ready to move to assault.
Alright, let's do it.
So, for my assaults, finally finish up this Wraith squad, but that opens them up to be shot. I only consolidated 1 with my Warlord squad, so he's kind of out in the wind. If Ricky gets both of his shooting his flyers in, he can probably snipe my Warlord off the table. Knight over here engaged the Immortals. I got lucky, didn't run them off, so they are still engaged, which means that Knight can't be targeted. The Knight over here charged into these Wraiths, and I was able to kill 2 bases, and once again locked in combat, so he won't get shot at either. So both Knights are locked in combat, meaning I'm not going to get shot.
Wait, what happened here?
Oh right, I forgot about the scares. So I got 7 wounds. Ricky managed to pass 2 of the saves, which is pretty lucky. But that dropped 2 more bases, so he's down to 5 wounds left on that squad. But he's hoping that he's going to get that
Make babies.
2 more bases
Make
in.
babies. Make babies.
I mean, you have 2 of them, right?
Yeah.
All right.
Alright, in the movement phase, the spiders move through difficult terrain, attempting to get into this unit, this combat with the dogs and the
I
scarabs.
didn't even think about it that way.
Yeah. This guy just moved up a little bit, trying to aim for that objective and take out some dogs in the middle. These guys are locked in combat. The 2 flyers came in from reserve, and they dropped off their 2 units of Immortals. Not sure which direction I want to go exactly, but I'm probably going to shoot at the Herald if I can. Or maybe clear off these dogs, one or the other. I know that this Knight's going to be coming free soon, so got to be prepared for that as well. But that's it for the movement phase. Let's go on to the shooting phase. Alright, in the shooting phase, nothing happened down here except for that Heavy Destroyer took a shot at the dogs, but only after the unit of Immortals
Tore into him.
Yeah,
dropped, I think I had 9 left, now it's down to 1 dog in the Herald.
1 dog, and the Herald took a wound because he wasn't able to
Dodge efficiently enough.
dodge efficiently.
Or throw dogs in the way. Pick up the dog and go, ah!
And that all happened from one Night Scythe and unit of Destroyers. The
Immortals.
second, Immortals, thank you. And this Night Scythe and their Immortals shot at the dogs. 1 is left.
Managed to do 8 wounds, so it's pretty good.
I'm going to call a commander mistake here, and I should have placed all of these units on one side. Instead of having 2 units that are almost dead, I would have rather just had 1 dead unit. Maybe it'll matter, maybe it won't, but at the same time, you have a big unit of 2 dogs right here. Unit of 4 and a unit of about 10. Yeah, so
they're still at full strength.
alright guys, we just did this assault phase. Start off with this combat here with the scarabs and the dogs. Pretty much scarabs took wounds, lost bases, and the dogs laughed at them while they tried to attack.
It was pitiful.
The unfortunate thing here is, as you see, all the wraiths are gone. The wraiths tried to do as much damage as they could, but they were just overwhelmed by the dogs in the end.
The sheer doggy ferocity.
Yeah, so we got 1 small unit of dogs.
Determination.
We have 1 small unit of dogs, 1 big unit of dogs, and the Knight who has taken up refuge next to the tower.
Some spiders. He's ready to squish some spiders.
On the other hand, the Necrons did well on this side. Well, but not perfect.
Well, because they just stuck.
Yep. Just
freaking immortal. There's 1 dude left, and I can't get my freaking Knight out of there.
Immortal left.
God.
So we'll see what happens. But we still have some dogs and stuff that are on this side of the table ready to do some work. So that's it for the assault phase. Let's move on to chaos.
Woo! These dogs over here are gonna try and wipe out those heavy destroyers. So I'm doing this same strategy on 3 different units because he's left me with 3 1-dog squads. So I'm going to send this dog to charge in first, so they'll eat the Overwatch. And if he doesn't, then they'll probably make the charge. It's going to happen over here and over here as well. One Dog squads are going to eat the Overwatch so because I don't care about them. And then I've moved the Herald from the Lone Dog 10-man squad to a full 10-man squad, so he'll deal with that. And this 4-dog squad is just going to lock down this Immortal squad so I don't have to eat the Overwatch or the shooting for my Knight. Knight's going to go step on some spiders over here, and hopefully I can finish off the Scarabs this round. So, the only shooting I have in this entire list is the 2 Knights, and one's locked up, so he's the only one that shot, but I got, he decided to actually, use his assault cannon for once, so he nuked the 2 spiders off the board with just his shooting for once, which is awesome.
Yeah, awesome for who?
For me, of course. Well, who's the most important person here?
My cats.
So the destroyers, while I assaulted with 2 dog squads, were only took 1 wound because Ricky rolls magic 3-ups and it's very frustrating.
Go 3s.
Scarabs over here are, well, I guess I have to consolidate them, so whatever. But
Yeah,
anyway, one base left, but they're still stuck in combat. He does have 1 heavy destroyer left, so that's kind of funny.
Woo.
As expected, the single dog squads that charged the Immortals died instantaneously, but that allowed my other squads to attack without any repercussions. So this combat over here led to 3 Immortals being killed and none of the dogs being hurt. This combat, on the other hand, saw the Lord pop the Immortality Orb or something like that.
Orb of Eternity.
That one. So they went from a 5+ Feel No Pain to a 4+ with a reroll.
Yeah.
And so I was even though I had a boatload of attacks with rerolls, I was only able to kill 2 of them, and only able to put 1 wound on the Lord. And they are currently in a challenge, so probably not going to end too well for the Herald, but we'll see what happens.
The movement phase. This flyer came back on, aiming for the rear of the Knight, and the other flyer turned and did the same thing.
If it was so nice, you would like to meet in the rear.
The other flyer flew off the board. Probably going to come in next time. Well, definitely going to come in next time. Yep. Let's see what happens in the shooting phase. In the shooting phase, the flyers took shots of the Knight. They got 2 glances and a ping.
Glance and a punch.
Yeah, but unfortunately,
Save the punch and the glance.
Yep.
Not that it matters because your guys aren't AP anything, right?
Nah.
So the punch wouldn't have done anything more than the glance anyway.
Nope. And then I swear, man, I'm getting rid of these destroyers. He shot, and he
and failed to do any damage on a
hit,
plus.
but he didn't do any damage. So yeah.
Oh man.
But yeah, let's move on to the assault phase. The dogs have pretty much had their way with these Necrons here.
Yeah.
They lost a couple and almost ran, but they made their leadership on a -2.
The dot.
Yeah. These guys did the best they could. The Lord was actually killed. Could not make its reanimation protocol from the Herald's AP2 weapon.
Of Doom.
Yeah, they attacked first this turn. Because last turn they were charging through terrain.
Yep.
The dogs actually did a fair amount of wounds themselves, only leaving 5 Immortals left to
fight back.
Yeah.
And they fight like bitches in close combat. So.
Doing the best they can.
On the other hand, well,
it's
the
not about
didn't do well.
It's not about fighting. It's about staying alive, my friend. Yeah, these guys are still alive.
They managed to do 1 wound, and I did nothing, which ended up leaving the single dog dead and killing another. So I took 2 wounds because you dealt 1 wound to me.
That's right.
Horseshit.
It's perfect, actually.
I almost boxcarred them off the table, but thank God my formation lets me re-roll that.
Yeah, I wish you would have done that though. That would have been fun.
Might have cried.
I would have been happy if you cried. And then obviously his dogs consolidated over to help with this combat.
And my knight is angry.
And your knight, actually both knights are probably angry. You got a knight here, and you got this knight holding it down, anchoring this side of the table.
So movement phase. Knight over here is just going to move in so he can assault and finish off that squad with the dogs. Knight over here is going to open fire on the lone heavy destroyer that's left. And I moved some dogs over here to hopefully help and finish off this heavy destroyer squad, but we'll see how that works, because it hasn't been working so far.
Yeah, because they're tough as shit. That's why.
They're lucky as shit, is what they are. Come on, don't be full of shit.
We'll call it tough.
Alright.
You call it luck, we call it resiliency.
That's true. Alright, so the Avenger came in, shot and finished off the stupid heavy destroyer.
He's not stupid.
Which, for the record,
He's
he
not
made
stupid.
4 out of 6, 5+ saves. So
He's a G.
I was sweating bullets for a second there.
Yeah, you were a little concerned.
Yeah. I almost cried again.
Yeah, he's a big,
Alright, ready
he's
to
a
move to
big-
assault.
He's a big baby.
Assault ended up going very well over here so it took, I guess, another unit charging in to actually finally kill something, because the heavy destroyers got wiped off the map. Over here, Harold and his squad managed to finish off the last of the Immortals, and over here there's 2 Immortals sitting strong, because I can't... Oh, I forgot Stomps. I guess I could roll those.
Oh, you could probably kill him with stomps.
Here, let's see. How many Stomps do I get? The 1! I think I'll get
But
the 1.
you'll hit 2 with him. You'll hit 2 with him, that's fine.
Yeah. So what is the result? Cool, they're gone.
Yeah, see a little
They're
bit.
vaporized. Awesome. So he's left with night sights. Cool. All right. So
In that case, with that said, I think this is a good time as ever to call it, and we'll give the victory to the dogs and the knights of the Chaos Army.
yeah, dog of determination of
I'm
the corn
gonna,
dogs.
I'm gonna give an actual right-handed handshake.
Woo!
Oh yeah, watch out now. I don't want to thank Nick for coming out and playing with me today.
Yep, I had fun.
Yep.
Thanks
and,
for the game.
No problem, man. And we'll obviously do it again some other time. All right, Nick, you won. We're gonna say you probably controlled all. You would have controlled all of the objectives.
Yeah.
What was your
If it had gone over
secret strategy?
It's corn dogs, man. There's literally no strategy involved. It's can you kill enough to stop my charge?
Yeah.
While Necrons probably have one of the most durable armies, they don't have the longest range, which I think is a pretty hard matchup for against the corn dogs.
Yeah.
So typically speaking, my hardest matchup is against Tau, and only if they go first.
Right.
Otherwise, this is a pretty hard list for people to deal with.
Yeah, man. I was trying to do my best to get the wraiths in. I was hoping that they stick around long enough to hold them down. But
The big
so
problem
many
for
wounds.
them, they didn't have their feel no pain save. So if you had the Decurion attachment and their
the scarabs and the wraith, whatever that
that formation
is, yeah.
absurdly awesome. If you had that, then they would have stuck around a lot longer. I've seen somebody. I played against a guy who ran that formation, ran his Destroyer Lord, or not Destroyer Lord. It was an Overlord. He ran with the wraiths, and he had the Resor with them. So I couldn't kill him.
Well,
Which was a lot of points to sink into one unit, but I mean,
it was a Death Star.
it was pretty effective.
Yeah.
Definitely didn't like the idea of dying.
I'll tell you this though, man. I was a little upset when I wasn't able to kill off those dogs and that Herald when I had the opportunity to.
Yeah.
I was thinking about it after I dropped them off. I was like, man, if I would have just focused all of my firepower into one unit, then they would have been dead.
Yeah, and you would have killed the Warlord, which would have made the fight with your Lord a lot harder. A lot harder.
Oh yeah.
And also, you would have gotten to slay the Warlord, which would have been big points.
Yeah. So yeah, let's add up the points. So you get 3 per objective, right?
Yeah.
So you had this one. I'm saying
I
you
had
probably
4 out of 5.
Yeah, and that was just at the end of this turn.
Yeah.
You probably, if we would have won another turn, you may have had the last one. You probably got Line Breaker.
I'm actually just out of Line Breaker.
Okay.
If it went another turn, I would have had Line Breaker and the 5th objective.
Yeah.
But since we ended it where we did, I do not have Line Breaker, but I do have Slay the Warlord and 4 objectives. So that gives me 13 points total.
Yep, and I think I only got First Blood.
You got first blood.
Yep,
So you
yep.
got 1.
Yeah, it was a tough battle, man, but I'll give it to you, man. This is a really good list, and I'm glad you gave me the opportunity to fight it, man.
Yeah.
It only makes us better.
Something to think about.
Yep. All right, well, thanks again, guys, for watching. Until next time. One second. All right. Wait, nope.
Get good, camera bro.
Nah, it's blurry as fuck. What are you doing with yourself, homie?
I'm back. I'm an old man, remember?
Alright, in the Necron shooting phase. Did I say shooting phase? Did we do movement phase already? Did I record movement phase?
I think so.
I don't
I really
remember.
hope so, because we're already moved on to shooting. Alright, so
Hold on.
Fuck it.
Alright.
Oh, sorry, I got distracted by a laser pointer. I'm not a cat, I swear. Oh, are we? Okay, sorry, I just made like really guttural noise.
I gotta put a fucking, I gotta put like a, what do you call it? Blooper reel.
Yeah. Alright.